Hey guys! Welcome back to another episode of Life Scope. I am Jasmine.
And I am Ep.20.
And today we are doing something new. We're starting a new segment called
Drink It Up. It's not always going to be the same thing. We're trying to do a segment where we bring you like a drink that we think is interesting, that we haven't tried. If you guys have any suggestions of drinks that you think are not like so common that you're like, oh, this is really good, let us know so we can bring it. We're going to try to do it every weekend at the same time that we upload the episode. Today we're starting with water.
H2O.
I'm just kidding. No. So we're actually going to be trying it. You guys are going to see our reactions to the drinks. And we're going to kind of tell you how like it tastes, if we like it, if we don't. There's always things that you can learn. Or if it's not good, you can try it with us or say, excuse me, avoid trying it. And if it's good, then you can go and get it.
Yes.
But yeah, so the first one is actually it's called Main Switch. It's an American Concord grape wine. It has 11% of alcohol and it's 750 milliliters. I believe the price is between $5 to $8.
Okay, no
$5 to $8. I don't know. My dad had it.
We're gonna try it.
I just saw that he like moved it into like my office because he doesn't want it in the house with like my siblings, so he moved it into the office. And I was telling Jasmine, I was like, hey, look, this one's so good. I was like, you should try it. So cheers to you guys and try it.
We should have done like ASMR.
We should have done what?
ASMR, when you're like really close to the mic and like you make those little sounds.
Let's do it again.
And you sip it.
I'm just kidding.
It's good.
I love it. It's really good. It's like, it's not like a cheap wine, but it's one of like your cheaper options, but it's sweet. I don't know. Like when I drink wine, I like it kind of sweet.
I like it sweet too. And I like it cold. This one was in the fridge, so
it's pretty cold. I like
it cold, yeah.
And I feel like the taste is not like so overwhelming. It's sweet, but it's not like over sweet.
Yeah. And I feel like you could be enjoying it, like you feel like you wouldn't get tipsy real fast. Like it's good like that.
Yeah. So if you guys want to try a new wine, you can try that. Total Wine, I know, has it. Probably Walmart too. But yeah, if you guys want a picture of it, we'll post a picture. We'll actually post a picture on our story so you guys can see like what the drink is that we're talking about.
How it looks like.
Yeah. All right. So now we can actually go ahead and talk about what we're talking about. And it's not always going to be alcoholic beverages.
No, it's just different drinks.
Yeah, different drinks like water. Also too, water.
Very important.
But yeah, today's episode, one of our friends, or Jasmine's friends, she's been very supportive of our podcast since like the beginning. So thank you. We appreciate that. And she is starting her own business, which we'll probably make a post about her business so you guys can go and show him her support. But we kind of wanted to talk about like how our process was, not why we started the podcast, but how we started it and like the steps that we took and kind of like things that we've learned throughout, some things that we did some research on how you can start a business or something that you can create like brand awareness and just like a lot of different things that I think might be helpful for people that are looking to start their business, already have their business, or are just looking to, because I think also too, it doesn't just apply whether or not you have a business, but to your own personal brand image.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Like if you're trying to be an influencer or something like that, you might be able to take some tips.
Yeah, because it's different. I feel like when there's different types of businesses, us is like a podcast with her, my friend Rosie, like she starting to sell a product, sell sweaters. So that might be different steps that we each take. But it could be similar, like that still help her.
Yeah, or you can take some of the steps that we took and switch it up to what your business is like. Or it might not be like a business where you're selling a product or you're selling a service. So we're hoping that we get to help you guys, Rosie especially, but we're hoping that we get to help you guys also too, like I said, if it's just your brand image, just increase your brand image.
Yeah.
All right, so what is the first thing? Actually, like, So I know we've already said the story, like why we started, but kind of like how
How
did we start?
how we started. I feel like first we just started talking about it, and then we actually got invested to it once we actually bought. Was it the microphones
The
first?
microphones.
Yeah, we're like, we're gonna need microphones for like clear audio.
Yeah, because I think we were talking about it for a while, and it was one of those things like, it was, yeah, dude, let's do it. But we'd actually wouldn't do it. And I remember I told you, I was like, I think we actually have to buy something so that we feel like we invested in it and we actually like take the next step to like do it.
Yeah, because we're like, oh, we already invested in it. And so we're like, let's take the next step. Like you said, yeah.
And honestly, like the microphones that we bought were pretty cheap. They're like $25 each at Walmart. And I think when you start something like for us, since this is more of like a hobby, like we're really doing it out of our passion of doing it and just
because like we don't profit or anything. It's just like a hobby, like you said.
Yeah, we don't profit off of it. It's just like something that we wanted to do. Because like we've said before, we didn't have an older sister, so hopefully we're like that older sister or sibling that just helps you to get through some things or brings you another perspective or helps you. But yeah, so we started with like, I told Jasmine, I was like, let's just get some microphones that look like they are good, that they are cheap, because honestly we're not doing this for like profit, so we're not gonna go and buy $500 microphones.
Exactly. Yeah.
When we're really not gonna get our money's worth back. Like I think too, whenever you start a project, it's better for you to learn kind of at the bottom, start at the bottom, because you're learning your ways, and the more that you do it, the more that you become familiar with it. Also too, maybe you're gonna meet people that already are doing the same thing as you're doing, and maybe they'll give you a recommendation. Oh, you know what, that $600 microphone is not worth it because it does the same work as the one that costs 200.
That's so true. Yeah, what else? Like there is a struggle. Like we did struggle.
Big struggle.
Especially with YouTube. Like it is hard to like upload the videos. Like that's something it was challenging for us.
Yes. So first we started with just Anchor is a distribution center that we use to record our videos and actually put it out there. And I don't think the reason why we're sharing it, I don't think we should be stingy with it, like we're just here to share like our experiences, and if that's something that you want to start and that's something you want to do, go ahead and start it. Like we're not going to be like, you started it, like we're all in our own process of growth. And so we use Anchor. And from there, I told Jasmine, I was like, hey, what if we start with YouTube? I feel like it'll be a good idea. And we did do YouTube, but at the time you had an Android phone and I had an iPhone, but my iPhone was like had very limited storage. And we recorded the episode and everything, but whenever we were trying to add the audio and combine it with the video, like we would struggle so much.
It was challenging.
There was one time that we were trying to upload it and it took us 4 hours to like try to put the audio together in the video. And like we didn't want to we could have paid for an app that made it easier, but we didn't want to pay because like I said, it's something that we're doing for fun, and we want to see if there's like a way that we can do it and like avoid paying it. Like also too, we're like starting our jobs, we have stuff that we got to pay for, and like maybe it wasn't going to be a lot, but little by little it adds up. And like I said, since it's something that we're doing for fun, like I think we talked about it, and we're like, if we feel like it's going to be a good app and it's going to really bring value, okay, we'll do it. But I think we were getting the same thing doing it for free than if we would have paid for it. And like we said, that one time it took like 4 hours, and we were like, okay, we're done with this.
Yeah, for sure. We want to, what we're using with, like, it's fine, it works for us, so that's why pay for something when like what we're doing works well.
Yeah. And right now what we both did, just for like our personal use, we bought new phones and they're both iPhones, so we're able to just airdrop, and I feel like it went so much smoother the last time. So we actually are doing videos on YouTube now, and it just went so much more smoother.
It did. Yeah, so much easier.
Yeah, because the last time And I'm not kidding, it wasn't just like one time, it was like 3-4
Yeah.
times that we were like, okay, let's try it again. Maybe it was just like that one
Mhm.
time. But there's always going to be that struggle to it.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just kind of learning, and maybe just learning how to use better tools,
For sure.
or finding new tools too.
Yeah. Yeah. But like when it comes to other business, like for my friend that they're actually selling a product, like I feel like it's also different steps. She said.
Yeah, different steps. So a couple of the things that we would say is like, first, know what your objective or your product or your service is. Like, know exactly what you're selling and know who your audience is, your target audience.
That's important. It was because if you know who your customers are, you're able to target them easier.
You're able to target them easier, and then you know who your niche is.
Yeah.
And by knowing that, I feel like it just puts you like 10 steps ahead of the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, you're just gonna be trying to sell everywhere, but you're not really gonna know like who's buying or who you're. Because I feel like social media is a big tool that you can use for selling your product, like TikTok. Like TikTok makes things blow up in seconds. And like, I don't know if you guys have done this, but like, if there's a product that's like famous on TikTok and then you try to go and buy it on Amazon or at the store, more than likely it's gonna be sold out. Yeah. Like if it was like a big trend, more than likely it's gonna be sold out.
Most likely, yeah.
So I feel like you can definitely use like social media as your tool, but also to like knowing where to post, like knowing where your audience is gonna be. Because, for example, like let's say your audience is a little bit older, typically they're gonna be on Facebook, right? Yeah. They're not gonna be like on Instagram or TikTok. So I'd say like knowing your audience, like where your audience is in the social media world, helps a lot.
Yeah. Like if your product is for millennials, then Instagram. Like a lot of us use Instagram the most, so that would be a better place to post.
Yeah, Instagram, maybe TikTok. I'd say TikTok has like all kinds of generations.
Yeah.
But I would say to kind of like study the social media, because I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I've heard like for big influencers, like the more you post or the more people that interact with your post, like at the top that it is going to be, versus like if you don't really do that, like it's going to, they don't push like your post at the top, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. And that happens like with every social media platform, right? So yeah.
Yeah, so I would do research and see like what's the best way that you can put your social media like at the top.
Also, you can do research on your competitors, like those who are selling the same product as you, like similar ideas, and you can go based off them. Not like copy them, but use them for you to improve. Be like, oh, they're doing this, I can do this as well. Like things like that.
Yeah, don't copy them. It's good to see like what they're doing and kind of compare yourself, but draw the line, because you can't be comparing yourself every single time.
Yeah.
But kind of like compare and be like, oh, like their audio sounds great. Maybe my audio needs to be a little bit improved, or their quality of the product is better. How can I make my product better, or improve it, or differentiate my product from their product?
Yeah, like you can also look at their marketing strategy, like how they're doing it, and like you can go based off of that.
Yeah, marketing strategy is a big thing. But just like a couple of other things that we wanted to talk about also too, I feel like your name matters.
Yes.
Like have it be something that not only is it going to be like meaningful to you, not only does it represent you, but it's also going to be something that people can think quickly and recognize that's like you.
Yeah, for sure. Like use colors. I guess colors also stand out when it comes to when they see those colors. So like, oh, it's that brand, it's that logo, and you know right away.
Yeah, making your logo your brand. I personally feel like maybe our logo can be improved. I don't know, because when we were creating it, since our podcast is not like a product, it's not like something that we're actually like physically selling. We just wanted to create like a, how do you call it, like a screen or the background that we thought would be like, like if people saw it, they would be like, oh, that's them.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's working, but also we're open to like suggestions that you guys think maybe we can change it, or maybe
Yeah.
it's not catchy. Maybe you guys don't want to see a picture of us every time. Maybe you
Yeah.
guys just want to see like the logo. I don't know.
Mhm. But our idea with it was like so they can put a face to a voice.
Yeah, so they can
that
put a
was
face, because that's how we started. We just started by
Mhm.
the voice.
Yeah.
But now that we're doing YouTube,
We might be able to like adjust it or something.
yeah, we don't know
Mhm.
yet, but and it's true. Like, don't think that because you started with a logo or a name,
Mhm.
you can't change it in the future. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can improve it for sure.
Yeah, you can change it for the better for sure.
Hmm. Something else is boost brand awareness. So, like, if you know you surround yourselves with people who support you, like they share your content and stuff, more people are gonna know about you, about your product.
Mm-hmm. Yep. More, I'd say surround yourself with people that empower you,
Yes.
and you empower them,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like a two-way process.
Yeah, like, oh, you're supporting me, I'll support you too. Like,
Yeah,
that's how it is.
like we were saying, like, we don't think it's about like being, oh, my thing is better than yours, or I'm gonna succeed and you're not. It's not about that. It's we're all growing together, and even if it was the same product that you're selling, I think there's always room for both.
Yeah, for sure. And like you have to inspire, I guess, other people in order for them to share your content.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're inspiring them, they'll share it, and then yeah, more people know about you.
Yeah, and it's different. I'd say it depends, like, on the things that you're selling. You can probably even do like a collaboration with something or someone completely random,
Yeah.
which will open you to like a new market.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like the way that you're creating and you're networking, and you're just like being open and growing and inspiring other people.
Yeah, for sure. Like you get a new audience as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, you get a new audience. So I'd say be open-minded about your growth. Don't think that just because you're starting with something, you have to stick with that, or that's the only way. Maybe that's not the product or service that you're meant to be doing. Maybe that product or service, it's going to take you to the one that you should.
Yeah, I like that. It's true. That's something else. One was like create engaging content.
Mm-hmm.
So like it has to be like you could use a lot of visuals, something that engages your customers with your product.
Yes. Ask them too, like, what thing can be improved from your product? What thing would they like to see? Is there something additional? Now, just because they say that doesn't mean you have to listen and adjust your product to everything, because not every client is going to want the same thing.
They're all different, yeah.
They're all different, but it's good to listen and to see what they think of your product, your service.
Yeah, and with that feedback, like you said, you could always improve your product. But it's based on, I feel like, to keep your own goals as well. Like I want this for my product. Don't make too many changes that it's something else that you don't even recognize it anymore. Yeah.
Like one of those things where, like, you start with something. Well, I mean, if your clients are following that completely different product, yeah, that's fine. But if it's like something that you see, like you've changed it so much to the point where like your clients are like, what is this? Then maybe you should reconsider.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like if they follow it, then why not?
Yeah. Another important one is have a distribution calendar. Which is something we need to do.
So what we mean by that, it can be by, like, for example, posting. For example, Monday you make a picture post. Wednesday you make a video post. Sunday you might make another picture post. So kind of have your calendar set. And I think even now, like with social media, there's apps, or within some apps, it allows you to say, on this day I want to upload it at this time with this caption. So that way you're not pressured on that day and you're like, I have to go and post this.
Yeah, like many apps can help you do that, or just distribute to all the platforms instead of you going to each one individually.
Yeah, save some time. Like we were saying last time, try to automate as much as you can.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Yeah, we do need to work on that ourselves.
Because planning it helps you like it gives you time to come up with new things, so you're never gonna run out of fresh content. And like you're always gonna have something to post, like if you have it scheduled.
Yeah, maybe if you're running out of ideas, try to do something different, or ask some of your friends or clients that interact with your product, just so you can get that extra feedback of something that they would want to see.
Exactly, yeah. And that's why we're always asking you guys like what you want to hear, what you want to listen. That way, like we do what you want, like we do what you want to listen to.
Yeah, because it's not that we run out of ideas or anything, but we just don't want it to get like boring or autonomous, or for us to always be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That's why we're gonna try to implement new things like our drink segment, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like I said, like if you guys want to share with us like your drinks that you want us to see, because I think it's nice too to see like what other people do, other people drink, just other different things, like new things that you guys want us to do. Just share it with us and we'll try to implement. And like I said, we always read it, we always maybe sometimes we're not gonna do it all because it might not fit what we're trying to do, or sometimes too, like I know there's a couple of people that we want to bring, but right now with like COVID it might be hard to bring them.
It'll be hard.
Also too with like restrictions that you're just like seeing each other by like, or people are just doing meetings but their computer. 'Cause that was another thing that actually held us back.
Yeah.
Because when we both were not able to see each other, we were trying to find apps, but for some reason, since we have like different services, or we had different services in like iPhone, Android, we weren't able to like combine our content.
So it didn't really work out. Yeah. What else did we struggle with? I feel like we always
we struggled with that. Also too, things coming up last minute.
Yes.
I'd say that's like a great thing, that to be prepared, like maybe record like an episode ahead of time, or plan your content ahead of time, just so that you don't run out.
Yeah. Like just anything comes up, like you already have it planned. Like, oh, I was gonna post this day, even though that day became busy, like you still have that.
Yeah, you still have that. And I'd say it's been the case with me, especially like a lot of things have come up for me. And I told Jazz, like we should record an episode. There was one point that we had like 2 episodes ahead, which was really nice because there was like a situation that we had to use it. But I'd say like, yeah, kind of plan ahead of time, just plan for the unknown too.
For sure. And like when it comes to social media platforms, like try to have, I guess, a theme, like for how your page or how you want it to look. Because like for us, we started with one, but then like it was changing throughout. And I mean, that's not bad. You could be changing it and improving it as you go. But I feel like if you have an idea of kind of what you want it to look like it'll help you like attract your audience. Like it'll just.
Yeah, kind of like when you look at those influencers page and you see like a common theme, or they might use like a specific filter all of their pictures so that it looks the same.
It looks the same.
You could change it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with changing it either.
Yeah, as long as it's like something your customers will like.
Yeah, if you're improving for the better. We also wanted to talk about kind of like a business plan, kind of. So maybe things that you might not think about, or maybe you do think about. But just so we bring awareness to that, like typically like in a business plan. And again, you can adjust this to whether it's like your own brand image, your business, your podcast, whatever it is. So you got to think about like your key partners or key people that are going to play in a role in that. And so like an example, us, we're key partners to our podcast. We're key partners. Our value proposition to you guys is us bringing content that you might not have heard of before, that you wish you had someone kind of telling you, that you wish, or you just hope that someone is sharing or going through the same experiences.
Yeah, for sure.
As well as like, you also got to know kind of like the channels. So for us, our channels would be like YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Instagram, all those channels that we're using to deliver our value proposition. Also too, like we don't have customers. We don't have that. We have listeners and people that are constantly listening to our podcast. So we want to know like what our listeners look like, what our target audience is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how would you put it as an example of, say, for my friend and her product, the sweaters?
Her product, sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
I would say her key partners would probably be like the people that help her make the sweaters. I don't know if she makes it herself.
I haven't really asked her,
No.
but
yeah. So if she buys it off of someone else, that's gonna be her key partner.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's who she's working with.
Yeah.
Her client is gonna be whoever she's selling it to. So whether that's like millennials or like older generations,
her audience.
Or maybe it's both. Her value proposition is like, how are my sweaters, or what value are my sweaters bringing to you? Okay, they're gonna keep you not cold, but are they comfy? Are they like modern? Do they have like artsy designs? Kind of like what makes you different. Also too, like the channels where she's distributing sweaters. Kind of like is she announces herself on social media, or is she selling them through Amazon? That's like a channel.
Okay, like first I know she started on Instagram, like, and we'll share her page so you guys can see her.
Yeah, so check it out.
Yeah, but let's see if like hopefully she's like starts using other channels so it will help her grow.
Yeah, like eBay, Amazon. She's in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Mercado Libre.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Amazon, but we're over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So maybe she can sell it through there. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know that's what it's called. Yeah. Also too, like, know how much you're spending. Like, that you're not, maybe yes, at the beginning you might have to invest a little bit more.
Yeah.
But in a business, you shouldn't owe more than you make. Like I said, it could be normal at the beginning when you're starting, or when you hit, because also too, you can, you have to do a lot of research for this, but you have to plan it so that like once you reach a certain point, then you break even and then you start making money. Yeah. So you can do that, but you have to do like a lot of research to what point you're gonna start breaking even, or calculate that. Yeah. Like have it planned, have a budget. Like, oh, this is I'm gonna spend this much since I'm making this much, and like it's just planning it out. Yeah, you gotta. I think for sure, you gotta plan it out just to make sure you're not like putting in more money than you should. Yeah, than you should. Yeah, that's a good one. I think you had more, right? Let's see. I think we mentioned it all. Mentioned it all. Yeah. Maybe in like the build relationships. Oh, that one's, I feel like also it's like we mentioned it, partnering up. For us, if we did a collab with another podcast, like that would be one, like building relationships like that. Yeah. What do you guys feel about that? Do you guys think we should make a collaboration with another podcast? Yes. You should comment like what other podcasts you like. Yeah, maybe if they're local too. Yeah, local. Yeah. So that way we can get them exposure and they can get us exposure. That's a good idea. Yeah, but like if you guys have any questions or comments about what you guys want us to cover, what you guys want to see, let us know. Like we said, we're just constantly trying to improve and explore. It could be anything, like personal things, or if you want us to bring someone from a business, or if you want us to bring someone that does makeup. I don't know, like anything. Like let us know. Tell us what you want to listen to. Yeah, tell us what you want to listen to. Like we said, we're truly just trying to make it so that we bring you that value where you can feel free to ask questions, and we bring you that value. Yeah. Like as an older sibling, think of it. I like, that's how I like to think about it. Yeah. Since we're the older siblings, so like for you guys as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think we're going to wrap it up. Yeah. So follow us on Instagram at LiveScope7. Listen to us now on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Yes. Spotify, Apple Podcast. Also on the IGTVs on Instagram. Yes. Shout out to Jasmine. She uploaded them. We are starting to do IGTV, so maybe you can, as you're scrolling through your social media, just listen. Yes. But thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.